In the 1980s, Punjab was not just a state, it was a battlefield of ideologies, identities, and power. Fear walked the streets, politics became survival, and at the center of this storm stood one man, Surjit Singh Barnila. Some call him the leader who tried to save Punjab. Others remember him as the man who lost control of it. This is the story of Surjit Singh Barnila, the most controversial chief minister in Punjab's modern history. Surjit Singh Barnila was born in 1925 in the village of Barnila, Punjab. He entered politics through the Akali movement, a force rooted deeply in Sikh identity and Punjabi rights. By nature, he was calm, soft-spoken, and measured. In many ways, he was the complete opposite of the aggressive, fiery politics that would later surround him. His political journey was steady, but it was the events of the mid-80s that would define him forever. In 1985, following the Rajiv Long-All Accord, an agreement aimed at bringing peace to the state, Punjab held elections. The Shiromani Akali Dal swept to power in a wave of optimism, and Surjit Singh Barnila became the new chief minister. For the first time in years, it felt like hope had returned. Democracy was replacing the darkness that had consumed the state. But this fragile peace would not come easily. The real storm was just beginning. Barnila inherited a Punjab that was burning. It was a state torn apart by militancy, insurgency, and profound distrust. On one side, he faced rising extremism that challenged the very authority of the government. On the other, he felt immense pressure from the central government in Delhi, which was watching every move he made, and caught right in the middle was an exhausted population, desperate for peace but living in constant fear. For Barnila, governing was like walking on a tightrope over a fire. Every decision carried life or death consequences. Every mistake risked more bloodshed. He attempted to use political solutions, negotiations, and constitutional governance to calm the situation. He believed in the power of dialogue, but the reality on the ground was slipping beyond anyone's control. Violence continued to escalate. Assassinations became disturbingly common. The sense of fear deepened, gripping every town and village. His critics accused him of being weak, of not taking a hard enough line against the militants. His supporters, however, argued that he was trapped, a moderate leader caught in an impossible situation created by years of historical conflict and political failures. The breaking point came in 1987. After less than 2 years in power, Barnila's government collapsed. The central government dismissed his administration and imposed president's rule, taking direct control of Punjab. This moment became the most contested part of his legacy. To his critics, this was the ultimate failure. It was, in their eyes, definitive proof that Barnila had lost control of Punjab and was incapable of governing the state. They saw his dismissal as a consequence of his own inability to manage the crisis. But to his supporters, it was a profound betrayal. They believed that Delhi had never truly trusted a regional, Akali-led government with Punjab's autonomy. They argued that the central government used the violence as an excuse to seize power, undermining the democratic mandate Barnila had won. This single event forever divided public opinion on his leadership. Was he a chief minister who surrendered Punjab's authority through weakness? Or was he a leader whose government was deliberately destroyed by circumstances and political forces far beyond his control? The answer to that question remains debated to this day. Following the dismissal of his government, Barnila faced a storm of accusations. The charges were heavy and relentless. He was accused of allowing militancy to spread under his watch, of failing to protect civilians from the escalating violence. Critics claimed he did not stand firm enough against the central government in Delhi, essentially losing Punjab's political leverage at a crucial time. His name became synonymous with the collapse of order in the state, but history is rarely written in simple black and white. The truth is, Punjab in the 1980s was seen by many as ungovernable. The roots of the conflict ran deep, involving decades of political, religious, and economic grievances. Many who came before him and after him faced the same impossible burden, struggling to contain forces that seemed unstoppable. Yet for a generation, Surjit Singh Barnila's name became the symbol of that turbulent era's political collapse, fairly or unfairly. After his fall as chief minister, Barnila's political journey was far from over. He didn't disappear from public life. In fact, his career took a different path, one that saw him move on to the national stage. He later served as the governor of several states, including Tamil Nadu and Uttarakhand, where he was generally well regarded for his constitutional propriety. He also served as a union minister in various central governments. He remained an active and respected figure in national politics for many years, but the ghost of his time as chief minister never stopped haunting him. Every discussion about the Punjab of the 1980s inevitably returned to his name and his tenure. It was the chapter of his life that he could never fully leave behind, a period that defined his public identity more than any other role he held. So how does history judge Surjit Singh Barnala? The verdict remains deeply divided. His supporters will tell you that he was a man of principle who tried to protect Punjab and its democratic institutions at a time when no one else could. They see him as a moderate voice of reason drowned out by the screams of extremism and political maneuvering. His critics, on the other hand, will argue that he failed Punjab when it needed a strong leader the most. They believe his perceived indecisiveness and inability to control the situation led to one of the darkest chapters in the state's history. The truth, as it often does, likely sits somewhere in between these two extremes. Barnala governed during a period of unprecedented crisis. No leader before him or after faced such a perfect storm of militancy, state pressure, and societal breakdown all at once. In the end, Surjit Singh Barnala was not a simple villain, nor was he a perfect hero. He was a man carrying the unbearable weight of history on his shoulders. A leader trapped between the chaos of the streets and the consequences of his decisions. He was a chief minister whose legacy remains one of modern India's most debated political stories. History may one day judge him harshly, or with the clarity of time, history may one day forgive him. But one thing is certain, Punjab will never forget Surjit Singh Barnala. This documentary is created for educational purposes. Information is based on publicly available sources including books, news reports, historical records, and media articles. All visuals and references are used under fair use for educational discussion. Thank you for watching MT Entertainment. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep political documentaries.